It didn't start with the sound of gunfire. It started quietly inside a discount store on an ordinary morning, a routine shift, a familiar face behind the counter, the kind of day that never makes headlines until it does, because what happened next wouldn't just leave one woman broken and bleeding. It would unravel into something far darker, something no one saw coming. And at the center of it all, a man authorities would later describe in one simple phrase: a career criminal. But that label barely scratches the surface. Before the headlines, before the chaos, there was a pattern. Alfonso Talley, a man already known to law enforcement, 7 felony convictions, armed robbery stretching back years, carjackings, stolen vehicles, a history that didn't just suggest violence, it promised it. And yet, despite all of it, he was still out, still moving, still waiting. Authorities would later reveal something chilling. Talley had a method, a way to carry something deadly, undetected, hidden so well it slipped past searches. A 10mm Glock, not just concealed, but buried, and somehow it stayed with him, waiting for the right moment.
When you're about to get a first-hand account that you don't often hear.
Yeah, the woman caught in that violent robbery, the one connected to the man accused of killing Officer John Bartholomew, is sharing what happened.
Leslie Moreno spoke with her about what she went through. Leslie?
Tia Terrence, good evening. Yeah, that 55-year-old woman is speaking out tonight because she says she wants people to know what she endured. She says the attack has left her traumatized. She's now too scared to even leave her own home. Maria Velasquez says she was working at the Family Dollar store at the intersection of Lawrence and Sawyer on April 25th when 2 men walked in and robbed the store. She says one of the 2 men pistol whipped her in the face, breaking her nose. That man has been identified as 26-year-old Alfonso Talley. This all unfolded just hours before prosecutors say he shot Chicago police officer John Bartholomew and injured another officer. Maria tells us she's been working at that dollar store for 13 years now. She's a single mother of 3, and she now has to be out of work while she recovers both physically and emotionally.
Mi bolsa en la silla y agarró mi cartera.
He grabbed my purse, my wallet, and my keys. He took me to the cash register and told me to open it. I told him I can't, so he hit me in the head and he threw me to the floor.
Que si yo hubiera muerto, ¿qué hubiera pasado con mis hijos?
I can't imagine what would have happened if I would have died. What would have happened to my 3 children? I have 2 young children that depend on me. I don't know what would have happened to them. I don't wish this on anyone.
Maria's family has set up a GoFundMe for her and her 3 children as she recover. If you'd like to help, we'll have all those details on foxchicago.com, and we'll have much more from Maria coming up tonight at 5. Guys.
April 25th, 2026. A Family Dollar store in Albany Park. The doors are just opened. Inside, Maria Velasquez was doing what she had done for over a decade, working, providing, surviving. Then the door opened again. 2 men walked in, faces covered, energy different, wrong. They didn't browse. They didn't hesitate. They demanded money. And when Maria told them she didn't have access to the safe, everything changed. The gun came up, and then impact. Once, twice, 3 times. Each strike deliberate, violent, unforgiving. Her nose shattered. Blood, shock, pain that wouldn't just fade with time, because some wounds stay long after the bruises disappear, and one of those men was Alfonso Talley.
As the community prepares to honor the Chicago police officer murdered last weekend, new information continues to unfold about the man accused of shooting John Bartholomew and his partner. Alfonso Talley is also accused of violently beating a store manager during a robbery the same day. Tonight, that woman speaks to our Jermont Terry, who joins us now with her message. Jermont.
Erica, just by looking at this woman, you can see that she is still hurt. The single mother is still badly bruised, but despite the physical scars, she's talking because she wants people to hear what she endured simply while working at her job. A job tonight she's terrified of returning to.
First, second, and the nose, and the third.
3 blows to the face with a gun. Maria Velasquez recalls the attack she experienced while at this Family Dollar in Albany Park last weekend. Her bruises are undeniable.
My physical is not good. And me and the hair is too much pain.
The pain is much deeper than the scars. Maria tells me right after opening the store, 2 men, one with a gun, walked in demanding money from the safe and registers.
I know kids is the fierce and the gun.
And he immediately hit you with the gun.
Yes.
The man accused of striking her 3 times with a gun, causing her injuries, is the same man police say was spotted on scooters with his accomplice soon after the attack and robbery. Alfonso Talley was arrested, and while at Sweetest Hospital, investigators say Talley pulled out a concealed gun, shooting and killing Officer Bartholomew and injuring his partner.
He don't have hair.
No heart.
For police, for because I have family, I have 2 children.
As Maria deals with her own injuries, she's horrified to learn Talley was out on electronic monitoring.
I'm sorry, but it's crazy.
She doesn't buy Talley's family's defense that he has mental issues, yet she's in disbelief a judge refused to keep Talley and Tate behind bars despite their lengthy criminal history.
Yeah, why?
The family set up a GoFundMe to help with medical bills and until she feels safe heading back to work. You're just thankful that you survived this.
Yes.
Now, Maria says every time she closes her eyes, she sees her 2 attackers. Despite the robbers wearing face coverings, she says she was able to identify Talley from his large size. And it's that same size investigators believed helped him hide that weapon inside the hospital area.
So traumatizing for this woman.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Jermond. Well, services have now been set for fallen Chicago police officer John Bartholomew. The visitation will be at St. Andrew's Greek Orthodox Church next Thursday, followed by the funeral on Friday. Church leaders say Bartholomew learned the meaning of service from a young age because his grandfather was a longtime priest. We have all the service details on our website.
After the robbery, it should have been over. An arrest, a report, another violent incident added to a long list. But Talley didn't follow normal patterns because when police caught up to him, he said something strange. He claimed he had swallowed drugs. It wasn't the first time. Just weeks earlier, he had used the same claim, a tactic, a delay, a way to change the environment, and it worked. Instead of a jail cell, he was taken somewhere else, somewhere controlled, or at least it was supposed to be.
A second person is in jail tonight for the armed robbery and attack on a Family Dollar store employee.
So this is the crime that led to the fatal shooting of Chicago police officer John Bartholomew, and we found out this suspect has been in trouble with the law before.
This is Jaron Tate, who is 18 years old and now facing 4 felonies, including armed robbery, aggravated kidnapping, aggravated battery, and unlawful restraint. Tate and Alfonso Talley are accused of robbing the Family Dollar on Lawrence and Sawyer last Saturday at gunpoint. Court documents say when the 55-year-old female employee opened the store, she asked the unknown offender, now identified as Tate, to leave his backpack at the front per store policy. When he did, Talley allegedly pulled a gun from his waist, forced her to the back office, and then hit her in the face with the gun. Tate is accused of trying to open the cash register and safe. Eventually, they got it open and took $110, along with the victim's wallet and keys. The 2 are also allegedly seen on surveillance riding Lime scooters before and after the armed robbery and attack. Court documents also say Tate was on juvenile parole for armed robberies and allegedly targeting Family Dollar stores.
But we need to keep these violent offenders in prison and in Cook County Jail or whatever county in this state, not let them out on the street and give them the benefit of the doubt where they can terrorize more and more people.
All week, we've heard from the Chicago Fraternal Order of Police.
It's flawed, it's broken, it needs to end. It needs to end immediately.
And elected officials who want state lawmakers to tackle criminal justice reform.
Our officers arrest them, our state's attorney prosecutes them, and then we have a litany of judges who let them right back out. Let them right back out to repeat offend time and time again.
They want more restrictions on who could be eligible for electronic monitoring and more safeguards in place to immediately arrest those who violate it.
In order to have an effective system, if there is a violation, there needs to be sworn law enforcement officers who can go and arrest somebody if they're violating the terms of their electronic monitoring. We do not have that.
Some also want you, the voter, to hold judges accountable in the next election.
And if that means we have to clear out this building of every judge who will not listen, then I say vote no on retention. Push them all out.
And so the woman who got pistol whipped last Saturday is 55 years old and opened the store that morning. And prosecutors say she was dragged inside, and they said it was Alfonso Talley who hit her again even after they got the money. It left her bloody with 2 black eyes and a broken nose. So Jaron Tate is going to be back in court on May 20th. Certainly, Leslie, this is a story that we're going to continue to follow because this is something that is getting a lot of attention, especially from first responders and our elected officials.
Yeah, we know you'll stay on top of it.
Back in Albany Park, Maria Velasquez was still recovering. Physically, barely. Emotionally, not at all. Because the man who shattered her face had gone on to do something even worse. And now, the fear doesn't leave her. Not when she closes her eyes, not when she thinks about going back to work, not when she remembers that it could have been prevented. Electronic monitoring, previous violations, warnings that didn't stop anything, just signs that were ignored.
33 go. 2033 go. You have the air.
Prisoner that shot the policeman.
Prisoner shot the policeman. I heard when a man
I have a police officer shot. His offender is the one that did the shooting. Took the officer's gun. He's last seen headed down California. I'm working on more information. I don't know what officer this is. 031. Male black. Heavy. Cut. Has a firearm. Black man. Tall. Short hair.
I got a male black, tall, short hair. I heard California and Winnemac. Is the offender no?
There's rules to this, unwritten but understood. Hospitals, that's neutral ground. No drama, no violence, just people trying to survive. But every now and then, somebody breaks that code. And when that happens, it doesn't just get messy. It gets dangerous in a way nobody's ready for. Because what went down inside a Chicago hospital wasn't supposed to happen. Not there, not like this.
I got 10-1 coming in, 2739 Foster. I got a 10-1 coming in, 2739 Foster. This is 739 Foster. 10-1. 2 officers shot is saying I got an 8-tip coming in at Swedish Covenant, 5145 North California. 8-tip coming in, several 10-1s coming in, 2031, 2032. Start heading that way for me. Talk to me. Anybody on scene got any information? If you don't have any information.
Four down, there's nobody here except players. Players looking at something. No shooter.
Slow it down, slow it down. It said no shooter, slow it down. For the units in 20 and under, say what I'm getting slow down, getting slow down.
Everybody's here now.
You guys are cutting each other out.
California. The door ran out the CT's head off of California. 2033, stand by, I got information.
It started off regular. A suspect already in cuffs, picked up on a robbery situation. Nothing major on paper. Just another arrest in a city that sees it every day. But something wasn't right. Instead of going straight through the system, he gets taken to the hospital. Observation, they say. 2 officers escorting him, watching him closely. He gets checked at the door. Wand down, cleared. No weapon detected. Everything says controlled. But sometimes control, that's just an illusion waiting to break.
Is breaking news from CBS News Chicago.
I'm Marissa Sulik here in Andersonville, where we do want to bring you guys the very latest on an active active shooting scene here at the Swedish Hospital behind me. You can see that there is a Chicago Police Bureau detectives trucks moving in right now, and this is a massive scene. If you've been anywhere around Chicago on the north side, you have seen multiple police cop cars coming in, coming all the way here to Swedish Hospital, rushing because we are hearing from elected officials that 2 officers have been shot after multiple shots were fired here around 11:30 in the morning. We do know that 1 officer is in critical condition according to the alderman of the 20th district here. We did also see 1 ambulance as we were here heading to Masonic. We are told that that is where the people who were possibly shot or wounded here are being taken. We do not know their conditions again at this time, but according to elected officials, 1 is in critical condition. We also know there's another scene on Winona where we have crews going right now, but this is just a massive scene here. There are cop cars from all across the city here attending to what is going on. If you are in this area, it is very difficult to get around due to traffic and road closures, so there are people asking to avoid this area if at all possible. But again, this is an active shooting situation. We do know, according to elected officials, that 2 officers were shot after multiple shots were fired at Swedish Hospital here this morning. Again, they're also asking if you are in this area to shelter in place because we just don't know what exactly is going on yet. We are waiting to get more information from police at this time, but again, still a very active scene here at Swedish Hospital here behind me.
Inside is business as usual. Doctors moving, patients waiting, machines humming in the background, and then everything changes. No buildup, no warning, just a sudden shift. Gunfire echoes through a place that's supposed to save lives. 2 officers right there with him become the targets. And in those few seconds, whatever grip they thought they had on the situation is gone, completely gone.
He shot the door off.
Everybody off the air except for 33.
And we don't know where he went. He's leaving us supposedly. But supposedly he has a firearm.
33, go. 2033, go. You have the air.
33, I know a prisoner that shot the policeman. He's been...
Prisoner shot the policeman. I heard when a man...
I have a police officer shot. His offender is the one that did the shooting. Took the officer's gun. He's last seen headed down California. I'm working on more information. I don't know what officer this is. 031, male black, heavy shot, has a firearm, black man, tall, short hair.
I got a male black, tall, short hair. I heard California and Winamac. Is the offender no longer on scene?
Offender?
Tall, black
with hair, naked.
Okay, I got a 6 feet tall male naked running down California and Winamac with a gun. He shot a police officer.
California, Winona was the last place. Is that a new call?
California, Winona. California and Winona.
Squad, I think the California, Winona on the side entrance. Just to the
Cali and Winona side
intersection.
Do I have 1 or 2 shots?
2 policemen shot, squad.
2 officers shot. 2 officers shot. Who's with the officers that are shot?
2033 is with the hot end. I need send me some more cars from other districts. We can use their help.
I don't need cars from other. Hold on. I got cars. I'm trying to get cars from other districts. I had 2 shot and critical.
Plan 1, 5145 North California. Plan 1, 5145 California.
Calls start flying. First responders get the alert. Then it escalates fast. A 10-1 goes out. That's not a normal call. That's the kind that makes everybody move different. Fire crews pull up expecting one situation, but they walk into something else entirely. 2 officers down, bleeding, unresponsive, inside a hospital that's now locked in chaos. And the worst part, the situation still isn't under control. In the middle of everything, he slips away. Just like that, the suspect gone, out of the hospital, back into the streets. Now, think about that for a second. An armed man who just shot 2 officers is moving through a neighborhood, free, for a moment. Nobody knows where he's at until reports start coming in. A house a few blocks away, door open or forced. Either way, he's inside now, and the situation just got a whole lot worse. Police waste no time. They surround the house, lights, sirens, movement everywhere. Then SWAT pulls up. And when SWAT shows up like that, you already know what kind of time it is. Inside that house is a man who already crossed the line, and there's no telling what he's thinking now. No telling what he'll do next. Outside, tense, quiet in a way that doesn't feel right, because everybody knows this could go left real fast.
At this time, we're awaiting word from Chicago police on a condition update for those 2 Chicago police officers who we can confirm at this time were shot at Swedish Hospital just early this morning. Endeavor Health gave us a statement just now saying this shooting happened at 11 o'clock. Now, it appears that they were transporting a suspect into that hospital for scheduled treatment around 9 o'clock this morning. So it was a patient inside the hospital at the time. Endeavor Health tells us that somehow, despite being wanted for weapon detection protocols while being admitted to the hospital, that suspect was able to grab a weapon at some point and fired shots at both law enforcement officers, then ran out of Swedish Hospital. Now, we are told by Alderman Andre Vasquez that that suspect ran out of the hospital but was apprehended, taken into custody by police just blocks away from there. Now, here at Illinois Masonic, we've seen a massive police presence from Illinois State Police, Cook County Sheriff's Office, as well as dozens and dozens of CPD squad cars pulling up to the scene. We know Police Superintendent Larry Snelling is also here on scene, and it looks like we're awaiting the arrival of Mayor Brandon Johnson at this time. We still do not know the condition or status of those 2 Chicago police officers that are being treated here at Illinois Masonic at this time. Police tell us there will be a press conference here shortly right outside the hospital, so we're awaiting word on that. But just alarming details of everything that led up to this incident. We've seen a lot of people around this hospital just very concerned hearing the news of 2 Chicago police officers being shot and critically hurt in this shooting. Everyone just hoping for the best at this time. So we'll have some more updates as they come in. Right now, we're just waiting on this press conference.
Eventually, they bring him out in custody. Weapon recovered, situation contained, but it's already too late to call it a win. Both officers were rushed out, fighting for their lives. One of them didn't make it. 38 years old, 10 years on the job. The other still holding on. Critical.
1 Chicago police officer has been shot and killed, and another is fighting for his life in critical condition. It was a chaotic scene outside a hospital on Chicago's North Side today. The 2 male officers were shot inside Swedish Hospital in Lincoln Square around 11 this morning. The suspected gunman, a prisoner who was brought to the hospital for treatment, is now in police custody. We are learning the officer who died is 38 years old. We have team coverage on this tragic and difficult day. Our Victor Jacobo is live in Illinois Masonic, where those officers were transported for treatment. But we begin with Marissa Sulik at Swedish Hospital, where it all unfolded. Marissa.
Dave, we are here outside Swedish Hospital at the corner of Foster and California, where you can see behind me it is still taped off as they continue to investigate. This morning, people all across the north side could hear and see Chicago police cars speeding to Swedish Hospital. That's where dozens of cars packed the perimeter as SWAT teams, the ATF, and Chicago police detectives started to investigate what happened here after 11:30 this morning, according to elected officials.
And when we came out, we saw like more and more police cars just coming this way.
Endeavor Health says a person was brought to Swedish Hospital Emergency Department around 9 this morning. They say they have weapon detection protocols, and the person was wanted when they got here and escorted by law enforcement at all times. Law enforcement sources say 2 officers were shot by a prisoner in the hospital who managed to grab a gun and shoot them. Those officers were transported to Illinois Masonic Medical Center in critical condition. As for the shooter, photos show him naked, holding what looks like a hospital gown, running through the neighborhood. SWAT teams then surrounded a home on Winona, and photos show them put the suspect in custody.
We got word of it as it was happening, so we got word out to the neighbors to steer clear of the area.
40th Ward Alderman Andre Vasquez says it was a frightening scene and mourning for people in his jurisdiction. He says he hopes the two officers pull through as he continues to learn more details.
We get the information necessary to make sure justice is served, and we have information on what may need to be improved as far as protocol if there were something that may have occurred there that allowed this to happen.
Now Endeavor Health also adds that no patients or team members were injured during this incident. Live outside Swedish Hospital, Marissa Sulik, CBS News, Chicago. Dave.
Marissa, thank you. Victor Jacobo is live for us outside Illinois Masonic Hospital where those officers were taken. Victor, what can you tell us?
CPD Superintendent Larry Snelling and Mayor Brandon Johnson spoke to reporters about an hour ago at a news conference. Their main message is for people to pray for the families of these officers in this incident. The two officers who were shot at Swedish Hospital were brought here to Illinois Masonic. One died, the other, Superintendent Snelling says, is, quote, fighting for his life. At this news conference, we learned more about these officers. The one who died was 38 years old and a 10-year veteran of CPD. The other, who is injured and again fighting for his life, was a 58-year-old and a 21-year veteran, 57-year-old and a 21-year veteran of the department. Snelling and Johnson both say that officers here in Chicago go to work every day with the risk of entering these dangerous situations. Here's what they said at this news conference.
There's a lot to go through. These are the dangers of policing. This is a very and extremely dangerous profession. But our officers go out there every single day and they do this work knowing that when they go into these environments that they're not safe. But they accept that, and that's the work that they do.
I want to thank our Chicago Police Department for showing up every single day for the people of this city. I want to thank the city of Chicago for putting their arms around our officers. This tragedy and this loss is not only heartbreaking, but it's a constant reminder of why we have to continue to ensure that our police department has the services and resources that they need to effectively do their job.
Now, at this news conference, I did ask Superintendent Snelling if any other officers were with the two that were shot at the time of the incident. He told me it was just those two who were handling the situation at the time. Now, that procession for that fallen officer started here at Illinois Masonic. Dozens of officers and other officials lined up to honor him before he was taken to Cook County Medical Examiner's office. We also want to turn your attention to a live picture of where that procession will eventually end at the ME's office. Now, when that procession started, the superintendent, before that took off, did a call and response with officers present where he said, quote, he will never be forgotten. And the officers here who were lined up responded to that and repeated what Snelling said. Now, there's still a lot more to learn. Snelling said that the investigation into everything that unfolded today remains ongoing.
A robbery, a lie, a hidden weapon, and a chain of events that escalated step by step until someone lost their life. But the most unsettling part of this story isn't just what happened, it's what didn't happen. The chances to stop it, the moments where everything could have gone differently. Because sometimes the real mystery isn't the crime itself, it's how close we come to preventing it and didn't. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of Alfonso Talley, the demon of Chicago. Hey, man, get in that comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. Drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!